This is a short demonstration of the IONET Archiver for Notes user experience. Most of the documents in this mail file have been archived, and I've just set a small field on them to indicate which ones. If I open one of these documents in the preview pane, the stub which was left behind gives me some information about the document, but really wants me to open the document to use it. So if I open that document, I'm now in the archive mail file. I can use the document as normal, or the administrator can leave this message for me so I can restore the document. The administrator can also let me restore parts of the document. So for example, I could restore the small attachment I need and not the whole thing. So that's another option for restores. On the left hand side of the mail file, the navigator options here replace the standard notes archiving options, and it's very easy to do. You just specify what you want to show and what you want to hide, and you can apply that directly to mail files or to templates. So what I can do, for example, here again is I can restore in the same way, so I can select multiple documents and restore them. If I restore that document, for example, the administrator can also allow me to do permanent restores or not. In this case, I'll say no, and it will restore. The icon disappears, so the document has now been restored to my mail file. I can either open it, or again I can select multiple documents and archive them now. So if I archive that now using stubs, the document is archived again and the icon appears. So I can archive and restore en masse. I can open my archives, whether they're expired or just normal archives, or I can search. So if I want to search, I get a whole lot of options. I can search by the person, contains, from, send to, copy to, subject, attachment names, date ranges. I can select which databases to search. I can search specific folders and views, and I get various options here for word variants and fuzzy search, and selectable results, and so on. So if I try a search on something like IBM, it comes back in this case with 93 results. I can sort all of these columns. I can jump to a specific part of a column or a page. I can select different results and do something with them. So these are the default options, but you can add your own options to that as well. I can refine the search from here, so I can widen or narrow the search from here. I can search within the result set. So if I search for something like GSD, I get 5 results back. I can then search again within the same result set. So in this case, I get 3 results back. I can narrow the search as many times as I want. I can also back out of each one of those. This is back to the GSD search, and then back out of the full result set. So the search is very comprehensive, and it's easy to find documents regardless of whether they're in archives or production databases or so on. The same archiving options appear in the Actions menu, and again you can easily tell it what to show and what to hide there. You can also embed a integrated mail search using the composite application, so you can do the same type of searching directly in the mail file. Again, I can resort these columns, sort by date, open the documents, etc., etc. So those are the basic Notes client options. It works in the same way in the iNotes client. So I can, for example, the user can just open the documents, and the document will actually open from the archive database. So this is actually in an expired archive. The user doesn't necessarily need to know which documents or where the documents are, because they can use them as normal, they can restore them and so on. For restoring, the archiving menu here is applied automatically via a single click, and it uses the iNotes extension database. So the user can restore documents from their archives, they can archive immediately, they can open archives, and so on. The search works in the same way as the Notes client. The user searches across their archive in any expired databases. It doesn't matter where the results come from, the user can open them and use them as normal. They can also resort columns and so on. So everything that the Notes client does, the iNotes client can do. That also includes the iNotes mobile client. And for tablets or browsers, you can also just open the database in a browser and get a full search across mail and all archives that way. So basically it provides full exposure to all of the user's data regardless of what client they use.